It's now been 6 months since massive wildfires tore through Southern California, leaving at least 30 people dead, destroying thousands of homes in the Los Angeles area. Altadeena, California, homeowner Andrew King is one of many who lost his home. He joined me back in April to discuss why he decided to leave his job as a high school principal to help build his community.
I just announced to my staff and my students recently that I'll be stepping down because, especially in the political climate that we have, it's so difficult to be a school leader right now. And my community needs someone that can focus on 100% of their attention on the needs of the school. At the same time, when I go home every day, I'm having to spend essentially another full-time job trying to navigate this insurance process, not just for myself, but also for my neighbors, because I'm deeply committed to the fact that we leave no one behind.
I never forgot this interview, and we are bringing Andrew King back today. Andrew, welcome back. Good morning.
Hi, thank you for having me back, Hena.
It's been a few months since I spoke to you. It's been 6 months. Tell me about an update. You left your job as a principal. You're helping rebuild your community. What's going on?
I mean, since the last time we spoke, I've had an opportunity to work with a new nonprofit, the Department of Angels, to help connect survivor networks to government philanthropy, just to ensure that we're lifting up survivor voices and ensuring that survivors are leading their own recovery versus having recovery done to them.
We're sharing pictures of your property that you shared with our producers. How is your family doing? The last time we spoke, I remember you telling me that your kids were in an apartment. You guys were looking for a new place. What's going on now?
We're still in the same apartment. I think we're fortunate in that, unlike most other families who've had to move 5, 6, 26 times, we've had a lot of stability since the beginnings of the fire. And so we're doing okay. I think my heart really goes out to a lot of our neighbors who are having a much more difficult time trying to find a place to live.
I'm really happy to hear that about your family, but you're right. It's devastating what we're seeing in that region. Back in April, you said you would sometimes spend 4 or 5 hours a day just talking to insurance companies. You said it was a full-time job. Now, again, 6 months later, what is the insurance company telling you?
I would say, depending on who your insurance carrier is, it's still a fairly difficult process. I am fortunate that I just got a new adjuster last week who's handling my claim, and they're a lot better, but that was after 3 weeks of silence. But the experience for most survivors is ranging from challenging to horrifying, and most people are still continuing to deal with delays, denials, underpayments. That's really making recovery difficult for all of us.
I know you want to rebuild. You love Altadeena. And I have to say, all Altadeena residents that I spoke to always say the best things about the community. What timeline are you looking at here, Andrew?
I think optimistically, if you were one of the folks that were quick to get on the train and make sure that you started talking to permits, got a contractor early, you might be able to build optimistically within 2 to 3 years. If you are like most residents that are still struggling, who may just be starting the process today, you're looking maybe at 3, 4, 5 years.
2 to 5 years, that is a long time to rebuild and get your family back into a home. When we spoke in April, you were considering leaving your job as principal, and you ultimately did just that. Do you know how the kids and their families are holding up, of your neighbors and the community members that you talked to me about last time?
I think it really depends on how connected you are. A lot of my neighbors that I work with fairly closely, that I connect with almost on a weekly basis, they are optimistic because they feel like they have a community that they're connected to. I have had 3 neighbors who have sold their property since because the math did just not add up for them. And so I think depending on where you are, who your insurance carrier is, who is handling your claim, it's really dependent on whether or not you're going to return. And so who you know, who you're connected to is unfortunately one of the key factors in whether or not people are going to be able to return.
That is very unfortunate. You are now working with an organization. It's called the Department of Angels, which recently released a survey. And I want to read part of that survey, or just tell the numbers for our viewers. 2/3 of renters and homeowners lost their homes in these fires. 2/3. The majority of those survivors, they're still not back home. What is your organization doing to support your community?
Really, the biggest thing is ensuring that these numbers are being lifted to those with positional power to be able to do something about it. But the major statistic that you have on your screen there that really scares me is a 7 in 10. And about 7 in 10 folks, their temporary living assistance is going to run out within a year's time, which means they're going to have to make I apologize, 6 in 10 are going to run out of temporary living assistance in a year's time, which means they're not back home. And in about a year, they're not going to have enough money left from insurance to pay for their rent. So they're going to have to make a really tough decision about whether or not they're going to continue to be able to pay their rent or their mortgage or just sell. And that's dramatically going to impact whether or not Altadeena is going to be able to recover.
What is your message to your community, Andrew, as the rebuilding efforts continue and these obstacles still seem to pile up for many of these families?
I think the message I have for everyone, and one of the reasons why we created the survey, was to let folks know out there that, we know what you're feeling, and these obstacles are not your fault. This is something that is problematic with the system. And so our suggestion and our message is to make sure that you're not doing this alone, that you're connected to a neighborhood block captain, you're connected to a trusted neighbor, because no one should be going through this recovery alone, and it's not your fault.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.